Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The entire NBA knows how talented Kawhi Leonard is when he is healthy, and in the past the Lakers have tried to sign him and have not yet succeeded. But Kawhi Leonard wants to win more championships, and if he is not successful this season with the Clippers, he could be traded, and the Lakers have a chance to realize this dream and bring Luka Doncic together with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. It would be like dominating the Western Conference, and with these three stars together, the Lakers will be a team that can win 65 to 70 games in the regular season, dominate the playoffs and go to the finals with a good chance of being champion. NBA rumors: Lakers want to have the best big three in the NBA by signing Kawhi Leonard. During the playoffs, the Los Angeles Lakers will either prove they have enough ammunition to compete with the best of the best or learn they're missing a piece or two. If the Lakers don't exceed expectations, they could acquire a two-time Finals MVP forward in free agency to ring chase with LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard has played well with the Clippers since returning from his lengthy right knee inflammation setback. Leonard, who won one championship with the San Antonio Spurs and one with the Toronto Raptors, helped Los Angeles secure the number 5 seed in the Western Conference playoffs this year. As a no-nonsense ball handler who covers significant ground with each dribble, a poetic low-post operator who loves getting to his pull-up jump shot, and a daunting on-ball defender with some of the biggest hands in the league, Leonard continues to shine at age 33. The San Diego State product averaged 21.5 points and 5.9 rebounds per game in 37 regular season contests, shooting 49.8% from the field and 41.1% from three. Although Leonard's health hasn't been an issue for months, his track record with injuries may compel the Clippers to consider trading him this offseason. The LA Clippers may be enjoying a resurgence for the team at the moment, but it's increasingly difficult to be completely excited about this team's potential heading into the future, Sir Charles in Charge's Michael Sines wrote Sunday. With Kawhi Leonard's injury history, I'm not sure how anyone can firmly believe that he's going to stay healthy enough this season and moving forward for the Clippers to enjoy any level of consistent success. That's why heading into the NBA offseason, I do believe that it may be in the Clippers' best interest to figure out a way to trade Kawhi. With 2 years left on his contract, this would give LA the opportunity to pivot toward a new build sooner rather than later. They may not be willing to admit it right now, but that's exactly what this franchise needs to get back to a point where they're contending every year. For the Lakers, acquiring Leonard in free agency would be risky from an injury standpoint, as Leonard hasn't finished a playoff series since the bubble. Still, with Leonard showing he can help a contending franchise reach new heights immediately, guiding the Raptors to a title in 2019, it would be foolish to balk at the idea of forming a daunting big three with James and Luka Doncic. If the Lakers decide to target Leonard, they would have to include Austin Reeves, a standout 6'5" shooting guard on an upward trajectory, in a deal to make it work. A trade may never materialize, but it would be exhilarating to witness Leonard share the court with James and Doncic during the final stages of his stellar career. NBA analyst says the Lakers won't win the Western Conference Finals. Not even the most die-hard Los Angeles Lakers could have predicted the 2024 to 2025 regular season they just had. Not only did they finish 50-32 and with the number 3 seed in the West, both team bests since their NBA championship in the bubble back in 2020, but they completely changed the trajectory of the franchise with one of the great blockbuster trades in sports history. They shipped two-way star Anthony Davis off to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for a generational 26-year-old talent in Luka Doncic. They went 22-12 down the stretch after the early February deal, including a 6-3 finish that helped them lock down that number 3 seed and avoid the play-in for the first time since 2020. That earned them a round 1 date with the number 6 Minnesota Timberwolves, with whom they split the season's series. LA won the most recent contest between these teams, a 111-102 victory where Doncic was firmly in the mix. Sporting News NBA analyst Stephen No believes the Lakers should be able to get by the Timberwolves in the first round, and FanDuel agrees with him, placing LA as -196 odds favorites to win that series. No went on to suggest the Lakers will also win in round 2, where LeBron James will renew his playoff rivalry with Steph Curry's Golden State Warriors. After taking down the upstart Warriors, LA will run into an OKC Thunder buzzsaw in the Western Conference Finals. This Thunder roster is seemingly built to match up perfectly with LeBron and Luka, with guys like Alex Caruso, Jalen Williams, and Lou Dort peppering the lineup. Their overall defense this year has been Bill Russell Celtics level 2, which gives them the edge in a potential Lakers-Thunder series, per no. The Lakers certainly have the experience advantage in this matchup. That's about all that they have to lean on, though. Oklahoma City has the best defense that we've seen since the Bill Russell Celtics. The Lakers have certainly improved on that end of the floor, but this series against a drive-heavy team is where cracks in their defense could start to show. Los Angeles's big three don't have the foot speed to stay in front of those speedy guards, and their lack of playable interior size outside of Jackson Hayes could finally catch up to them here. It would be LeBron James' third Western Conference Finals appearance in 7 seasons with the Lakers and the Kings' 13th Conference Finals appearance overall. Meanwhile, it would be the deepest playoff run of this burgeoning Thunder era after their second-round exit at the hands of the eventual Western Conference champion Mavs last year. Lakers' J.J. Redick sends LeBron James message before NBA playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers are favored in their first-round playoff series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, but they can't take Anthony Edwards and company lightly. The Timberwolves, 49-33, finished only one game behind the Lakers, 50-32, in the regular season, although the latter team was 18-10 with Luka Doncic in the lineup. Los Angeles acquired the 5-time All-Star from the Dallas Mavericks for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick in February. Now, he'll team up with LeBron James and Austin Reeves to try to bring the team a championship this season. Lakers head coach J.J. Redick credited James's leadership defensively after practice on Tuesday, via ESPN's Dave McMenamin. Los Angeles Lakers guard Luka Doncic, 77, celebrates with Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, 23. Kevin Jermaine images LeBron, throughout the year, has been a real leader on that end of the floor for us, the first-year coach said. I just think the buy-in of what schematically we're doing, the game plan we're giving them has been really good. You're gonna have games where you don't have a 106 defensive rating, he continued. That's why it's your average defensive rating. I have some 98s mixed in there, and you might have some 132s mixed in there. You're gonna have some of those outliers, and that's understandable in an 82-game season. We've done enough now, starting with the first Houston game through the last 2 weeks. It reinforced what we did for 25 games. J.J. Redick says the last several weeks of the regular season reinforced the Lakers' belief that they will win based on their defense. And he specifically credits LeBron James' leadership on that end of the floor. NBA with a 113.8 defensive rating during the regular season, via NBA Advanced Stats. James recorded a 114 rating personally. Los Angeles Lakers' Luka Doncic will have to take on certain defensive challenges, 3x champion says. Defense wins championships. That's always been the mantra of those who have gone the extra mile and won a title. However, that isn't the area of the game in which Luka Doncic of the Los Angeles Lakers excels. Ahead of the 2025 NBA playoffs, though, the Lakers need Doncic to step his game up on that side of the floor since it could affect their overall performance. When talking about how great Doncic is, it's usually the offensive side of things being talked about. The Slovenian star is a sensational player when his team needs him to score. He can create for himself and his teammates in more ways than one. The 5-time All-Star is also lethal from anywhere on the floor as he's capable of making shots over any defender. However, his slow-footedness has been a weakness of his game, especially on the defensive end. He'd often be the target of opposing teams because of it. On Tuesday, Udonis Haslem, a 3-time champion for the Miami Heat, talked about how Doncic needs to improve defensively. On the recent episode of his show with former NBA player Mike Miller, The OG's Show, Haslem explained why it's important. Luka's gonna have to guard somebody, or at least try, Haslem said. I'm looking at the teams ahead of you, there's nowhere to hide. They're gonna put his A** in action. He's gonna have to guard. You have to King guard. Doncic has always been criticized for his lack of defensive effort. However, he does most of the work on the offensive end as he dedicates most of his time and energy to that side. The regular season ended with Bronny James being arguably the most talked about rookie in the league. The 55th pick of the Los Angeles Lakers gained a ton of attention for being the son of LeBron James. Due to this, he was often under the microscope on and off the court. After the season ended, head coach J.J. Redick gave a huge compliment to the 6'1" rookie guard. "I give him an A+. How he has personally handled a lot of attention, good and bad, he doesn't ever break character. He's the same guy every day and he doesn't allow the good attention to get to him. He doesn't allow the bad attention to get to him and he just continues to work," Redick said. James appeared in 27 games this season, averaging 2.3 points on 31.3% shooting from the field. Lakers like chemistry of team, opted to keep that dynamic over signing two-way players. While Trey Jemison and Christian Koloko have made an impact for the Lakers, the team did not convert them into standard deals because they like their roster and chemistry. As the regular season ended, the Lakers had one last chance to change their roster before the playoffs began. While they didn't address this publicly, as the season concluded, Lakers fans saw Trey Jemison playing occasionally as a backup big. With Jemison and Christian Koloko both on two-way deals, the only way to have them play in postseason action is if LA would waive a player to make room on the roster, like they did with Jordan Goodwin. However, Los Angeles did no such thing and kept the roster as is. Dave McMenamin reported that a team source told ESPN that the chemistry of the group is one of the reasons they decided not to make any changes. In the end, this would have been a marginal change that likely wouldn't have affected the Lakers' rotation much. Koloko has only played in 2 of LA's last 14 games, and Jemison has only played 10+ minutes twice during that same stretch. Could they be more helpful than Maxi Kleber, who has returned to on-court activities but has yet to play, or Alex Len, who has looked awful during the games he's participated in? Maybe, but the Lakers aren't broke, so why fix them? LA is a 50-win team, and if the chemistry is great and these are end-of-the-bench guys anyway, perhaps it's best not to rock the boat and just dance with the team that brought you here. Underscore 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 underscore. As McMenamin has also reported, Jemison and Koloko will continue to practice and be as involved with the Lakers as much as possible. They can still practice, they just can't suit up or play in any upcoming Lakers games. So, with the Lakers beginning their first-round series on Saturday against the Wolves, there are no more moves or additions to be made. The 15-man roster is known and we'll see how far they can go with this iteration of the Lakers. They might be short a big, but they are full of chemistry, and with that, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic and coach J.J. Redick, perhaps that will be enough to win it all.